Okay, it's my second video in one day. That's rare, but I'm on a roll and I'm enjoying it. So let's keep going. This is a very simple pattern that we're going to do. And I do a lot of darker natural colored baits, but I have to remember that a lot of people fish in cloudy or stained water, so we need brighter colored baits. And what seems to be kind of taken off now are the koi color patterns. If you ever been to a Chinese restaurant or a Japanese restaurant, you see the koi swimming around. Sure, they're not native here and bass don't feed on them regularly, but it's got a lot of bright colors, and maybe if they're not feeding on something like this or they haven't seen something like this, that it would attract the fish even more. But more and more painters are painting this, and I was actually inspired by Jen Cravassi of Jekyll Baits. She claims she learned to paint lures from me, but there's no way, because she is a fantastic artist and she was naturally talented before she saw any of my videos in painting. So, but she does an amazing koi pattern, and I think she does it for bull shad baits, but her koi blows away mine. Mine's very simple, but you can check her out too. But anyways, we're going to do a very simple koi pattern. And I started with a deep CB body. I think this dives to about 12 feet. I already got the white base coat on. And now we're going to do a pearl white. And the white I like using is by Wicked. Pearl white. I tried the pearl from Createx, and it's just too thick, even thinning it down. The fleck clogs up my brush, so I didn't like that. And yeah, I used the Eclipse. The nozzle is 0.35, and that, if you thin it out enough and get enough pressure, you're going to be spraying pearls just fine. So let's get a spraying. Doesn't take much, just to get a little bit of that glistening look to it. Alright, we got the pearl on there, easy peasy. I like the heat set in between colors. And now we're going to get to the fun stuff. Okay, now we're going to start with the fluorescent orange color. A friend of mine sent me this fluorescent orange Spastics, and I've never used it before, and he sent it to me. I've heard of it, just never used it. It's great. Smells horrible. Smells horrible. And if you want to get a little brighter orange, you're going to have to keep spraying some layers on it. But despite the smell, it's really a great color. Really good. So we're going to do, oops, probably got too much. We're going to spray, not through a stencil, just some random spots with the brush. I'm going to take it off the stand and just spray some orange areas. Darken them up the longer you spray. There we go. So just some random shapes and random areas. Some lighter, some darker. Nothing's perfect in nature. Some areas there. And I don't do a lot of them, because we're going to come in with a black later in a stencil. But for sure, get some of this orange on the face. I've seen some reference photos. So don't overdo the orange. So if you want to darken them up, come back in, get them up again. Maybe on the back here a little bit. See, it starts out as kind of a yellowish orange. Let me darken it up there. Get the face a little bit more. Alright, that looks pretty good. Some random orange spots. So far, pretty easy. Okay, we're going to move on to the black pattern. And here I do use a stencil. Now, you don't have to use the stencils I'm using. You can use the crappie looking pattern from Anarchy Models, or you may have a crappie pattern from somewhere else, but I've had these for a while. These actually come in a set of 3. I got them on eBay. They're by Art Tools. They're not cheap. They're about 25 or 30 bucks for a set of 3, and I think they come from Canada. I don't know. And they're a little fragile, so be careful with them, or just find a better alternative. You don't actually have to use these, but again, we're going to do random stencil pattern spots all around the bait, and that's going to be with black. Turn the pressure down a little bit. So there's a lot of really cool pattern options in here, so vary it a little bit. Let's do something like this. Just a little bit of black in that area there. There we go. That looks kind of neat. Let's go a little larger here at the end of the tail area maybe. Just like that. We'll just keep going. You don't have to do a lot of them. Don't oversaturate the bait with the pattern. You want, because you want some of the orange to come through. You want some of that pearl white to come through. And just keep picking random pattern sections on your stencil, so not everything looks the same. It's a really easy pattern and a very effective pattern too. That's why I love it. Again, Jen Kravassi is the one who inspired me to do this. But her koi is way better than mine. But I love the colors. I love the fluorescent oranges. Alright, see, I didn't do a lot. But maybe a little empty spot here. Maybe we can just do a little small something right in that area there. Not something big. Maybe some smaller spots. Just a little bit. Right there. Here you go. See, a little goes a long way. You don't need a lot of spots. And all the different colors we shot earlier are coming through. So let's flip this around. Let's do the other side now. And use different spots. Something different. Alright, nothing's the same on a real fish. So let's... I really love the pattern this thing produces. I don't know if you guys can see that. I love these stencils. Again, they're spendy, and you got to really take care of them. So let's try a bigger one right here in the middle. And don't be afraid to let that black overlap some of the orange. Here's some really tiny, cool looking spots here. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. There you go. Alright, let's keep this going. I'm gonna do some bigger spots here. I'm not using a lot of pressure because I don't want a lot of overspray either. Let's try some smaller spots here towards the belly. I'm not going to go under on the belly. Yes. Now, maybe I'll put some on the back just a little bit. There, maybe one kind of on the nose, on the edge here, so it goes towards the eyeball. See, so simple, very simple, but it's one of my favorites now, and I bet it's going to catch fish. One more thing, let's just hit the back lightly with some black. I do the backs a lot because I want to tie everything together. And it doesn't be a solid black either. And I also do the nose a little bit and close to the eyes. Just like that. And there you have it. We'll add some eyes, but this is the finished product here. Yep, I love this. It's what, 3 colors? And you're done. Easy peasy. So if you're a painter that has to do large production, you've got to paint 10, 15 baits for somebody, you can knock these out in a matter of no time. I think if I wasn't on the camera doing this, I can knock this out probably in 20 minutes. Again, one of my favorite colors. And so we'll put eyes on this, and I'm gonna clear coat it with a Lumalite UV. Takes about 45 minutes in the lights and ready to fish. Again, there's the finished product there, all nice and shiny. Alright, so thank you for watching, and please subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you.